Welcome. This is Crime Queen. This is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, I'm going to remind you about smiling. When you do smile, the word smile equals the master number 22. Dare I say any more? 22 is four corners of the earth. It means that we are sending a vibration from all of our being. That's wonderful information to know. Okay, and that's one of the beautiful things about numerology. It gives us a different perspective, not different, but it shows us a different angle of how we get the essence or deeper meaning to words, of course, and numbers. Yeah. All right. So I would like to have a second presentation on the number 15. Well, I done the number 15 because today is a sixth day. The number of the day is six, but it derived from coming to 15, which is a very significant number for me because it's of course falls in my birthday, and so number six is the number of love. Okay. And I'm glad to have this number, of course. All right. So, in that presentation, I made reference to Obama, um, Barack Obama, with the mantra, yes, we can. But I did say, yes, I can. It's just really working with what was going on at the time, and perhaps there was a reason for it. But of course, it is, yes, we can. Okay. And I thought I would just look at this, yes, because yes is a number we tend to say every day, and perhaps we say yes more often than we take note of. So it would be good to really take this in consideration, what happens when we say yes. So this is 751, and we have 55, which is WW, and 315. Okay, so here we have 7 and 5, 12 and 1, 13. So again, the number 13 tend to be revealing itself because it also coincides with revelation. Revelation. And it also reminds me of the letter B. And I'm believing that there is a secret um, agreement or a sacred um, element to this B. Perhaps there is more with, there's also the same with K and T, because I believe I had shown that they both can be done with two strokes. So we have one stroke here, that's the second. B, K, T, which is what I call bucket, basket, and so on. So, okay, so we have four here. And W55, we have 10. This gives us 1. And 5 and 1, 6 and 3, this gives us 9. Okay, so if we add these together, we have 9 and 1, 10, and 4 is 14. 14, like I have mentioned, is, and I love it because it really relates, it a wonderful or very profound story that I can relate to, because it says that the 14 from scriptures really is that the number or the lineage of the generation of King David, which is the same lineage of Christ. So we have 14 of, there was 14 to each generation, and the number 14 transpires in those generations. And I think it said 14 generations of 14, but I know for sure that the number 14 is made reference to in generations of the lineage of Christ. So this hair stuck with me because I am from a family of 14 children, and Yeah, I think I have been sort of wondering whether it was something to disclose, but it seemed to be um, talking to me. And also, why it seems so symbolic because it is the number five, which shows as new hair. So when we add 1 and 4 together, we get to the number 5. The number 5 is transpiring 3 times in my date of birth. So I'm believing 3 5s 15. I'm believing that whatever is happening here is very sacred and it's part of a divine mission that I perhaps don't have much say, but just agreeing to enjoying the process. So I'm loving it. So let's go back to yes, we can. So we know the number 10, which falls in the middle of these 3 words, I think is very symbolic. But what struck me as well is that number 13, as I say, it comes in with revelation. The word revelation comes to 13, and then it's 1 and 3 is 4. Now, I think why the word revelation or revelation is always very intricate. It's also because there is seem to be a sacred agreement in this 1 and 3 that perhaps it's why some people say it's an unlucky number because there's another aspect to the number 13 because it's also transpiring as 2 strokes here in the letter B. I've done this before. This came to me intuitively through one of the presentations. So it's 3 and 4. So it's like that letter B is really saying that there is a secret component to this which falls under the number 2. It's as if there is a secret, and this would confirm why there was no inclination when I was manipulating these letters from 1 to 5, which is also central, the number 5. I had this tendency to manipulate these numbers, but there was not a tendency to manipulate this column, which I refer to as bucket, basket of bread or wine, which coincides, of course, with the word sacrifice. Sacrifice seems to be the hanger that we put our clothes on in these presentations. Sacrifice seems to be the tree that bears all the branches and leaves. Sacrifice seems to be that which we will continually make reference to as we go along in this path. And then we have revelation, which seem to help us to dig or to uncover or to reveal. And as we also saw that even in the word reveal, Reveal, which is 9, 5, 4, 5, 1, 3. Okay, so 5 and 5, 10, 1 and 9, that's 20. So it shows as 27. 27 is the number 9. So we see that the word reveal is also very reflective in 9 from from 1 to 9. It also is 9 letters. Sorry, it's also corresponding to the 9 letters. Okay, so here we see that that number 4, going back to number 4, also transpires in this fourth letter of sacrifice, which is number 9. The number 4, it corresponds to that number 9, shows the secret of these deeper elements of what we have been looking at in terms of number 4. Of course, we have it as a cross, which tells us about north, south, east, west. It also corresponds to Revelation. It also corresponds to the number, it corresponds to B, where we have talked about the sacred agreement. It corresponds to the word Father. It corresponds to presence. It corresponds to way. This is the way. I am the way, the truth, and the light. This is also in several um, presentations. So to begin with that number 4 here, to begin with 4 is very profound, very, very profound to say yes. When we say yes, we are actually putting in or sending out rather our vibration from all 4 corners of the earth, which is what we are, which what we represent. So we are sending out that vibration when we say yes. There is a sound that even goes that accompanies. It's like a bell rings out that vibration in agreement from head to toe, from left to right. And that's what yes is representing here. Now, the yes is in agreement to that which is, when we say we, there is 10. You are acknowledging that which is all, that which is, in correspondence with the word is, 9 and 110. So is. Yes, what? Yes, is. Yes, is. We are the is, and that can. So we see can is that we are agreeing to complete that cycle from 1, which is here, from 1 to 9. We are agreeing from 1 to 9 when we say yes, which has the hidden factor, because yes has 10 in it. I have gone through this, and in that 10, we are also taking in consideration the 1 from that point. So there is the 1 from that point to 9. Okay, so I'm hoping that you have found this beneficial. I'm hoping you have found this fun, and I'm just looking if there is anything else that I need to. Of course, there was something else. Okay, so with that 4, we see, just going back to this 4, we see that that 4 is also reflective in that luck. So 4 falls under the V with revelation, under the luck. We see that is taken into consideration here. But the main point as well, I'm glad that I had a second look at this. The main point is that 14, the number 14 adds to 5. That's the main point of this wonderful thing. I think I have mentioned it because I am number 5. So it adds to number 5, and it means that when you're in that position, of course, with eyes open on I, and with the L here, let's have this free here. Let's see what that L in Revelation is bringing. So 5 and 3 is 8. So you have actually, with this 5 and 3, have sealed number 8, which is the symbol of infinity. It also means that you have come on the 5. When you're on 5, you are new. Of course, they were doing a new thing. Yes, we can. They were doing a new thing, but also there was 6 here. Now, this 6 also correlates very good with PEOPLE, people. I have done this 5, 4, 6, 7, 3, 5. So we have 5 and 5, 15, and that's sorry, 5 and 5, 10, and 7 and 3, 10, that's 20. 20 and 7 is 27, and 6 is 33. 33. So people are a master number. No one tells you this. No one tells us this. As people, we are master. We are master of what we are doing, or creativity, and but it is also denoting the, or giving the insight that it is people. It's not a person. It's people. Okay, right. So 3 and 3, 6. So we see that the six, the people, were coming together to doing a new thing and to be in position at that number 5 with an I above, which is 9. They are in agreement to go the whole 9 yards or the whole 9 miles. This is an agreement here. So with this 5 here, I love to also point out it's already saying that you can do it, because the word sacrifice ends on number 5. 5 and 5 is 10, and you can start that new cycle again. Well, beautiful, beautiful. So, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found this beneficial. I hope you have found it fun. If you like this presentation, share. And of course, because this is how we do it, we share to actualize in self-love. All right, in the meantime, stay blessed, stay bright, and stay ignited. Namaste.